Ever wondered what people thought about pregnancy before ultrasounds and modern medicine? The answers are wild, sometimes hilarious, and often a little terrifying. Let's take a journey back in time to explore the bizarre history of how we understood pregnancy. Let's start in ancient Greece. Imagine this. You're a woman, and you're not feeling well. You go to a physician, maybe even the great Hippocrates himself, and he tells you your womb is literally wandering around your body. Yes, you heard that right. They believed the uterus, or hystera in Greek, was a free-roaming organ. If it wasn't occupied by a pregnancy, it might get bored and travel, causing everything from dizziness to suffocation. The prescribed cure. Often it was to get pregnant, to anchor the womb in place. They also believed in the theory of the four humors: blood, phlegm, yellow bile, and black bile. A healthy person had these in perfect balance. Pregnancy was seen as a state of hot and wet excess, a buildup of blood that would eventually form the fetus. Ancient Egypt had some surprisingly practical insights, mixed with a healthy dose of magic. They were some of the first to document pregnancy tests. One method involved a woman urinating on wheat and barley seeds. If the barley grew, it was a boy. If the wheat grew, a girl. If neither grew, she wasn't pregnant. Now, this sounds like pure superstition, but modern science has found a grain of truth in it. The hormones in a pregnant woman's urine can actually promote seed germination, though the gender prediction part was, of course, complete guesswork. They also had a deep understanding of the physical changes during pregnancy and even performed detailed observations of the developing fetus in animals, which they applied to humans. Fast forward to medieval Europe, and things take a very different turn. Science and observation took a backseat to religion and superstition. The church's influence was immense. Pregnancy was seen as both a divine blessing and a consequence of Eve's original sin. Childbirth was a woman's sacred and painful duty. Medical knowledge was largely lost or suppressed. Instead of physicians, midwives were the primary caregivers, passing down knowledge through generations. But this also made them vulnerable. If a birth went wrong, a midwife could easily be accused of witchcraft. The dominant belief was that the man provided the seed, a tiny, fully formed human called a homunculus, and the woman was simply the soil or incubator that nourished it. Her contribution was seen as passive and secondary. Then came the Renaissance, a rebirth of art, culture, and thankfully science. The great Leonardo da Vinci, famous for his art, was also a brilliant anatomist. He defied church restrictions and dissected human bodies, including pregnant women. His anatomical drawings of the uterus and a fetus in the womb were revolutionary. For the first time in centuries, people were looking inside the body to understand how it actually worked. He correctly depicted the fetus floating in amniotic fluid and connected by an umbilical cord. While some old ideas lingered, this was a monumental step towards a scientific understanding of pregnancy. Anatomists like Andreas Vesalius continued this work, publishing detailed books that corrected centuries of errors inherited from the Greeks. The 17th and 18th centuries brought another major shift: the rise of the man midwife. As medicine became more professionalized and scientific, male doctors began to enter the birthing room, a space that had been exclusively female for millennia. This was a controversial move. Men brought with them new tools, like the obstetrical forceps, which could save lives in difficult births, but also cause new types of injuries. They positioned themselves as scientific experts, often dismissing the traditional hands-on knowledge of female midwives. This period marked the beginning of the medicalization of childbirth, shifting it from a natural, home-based event to a medical procedure often managed in a hospital. The focus shifted from supporting the mother to actively managing and intervening in the labor process. From wandering wombs and magical seed tests to the first anatomical drawings and the rise of obstetrics, our understanding of pregnancy has been a long and winding road. It shows how much culture, religion, and technology shape our view of one of life's most fundamental processes. Today, we have incredible technology that lets us see and monitor a baby's development from the earliest stages. But looking back helps us appreciate not only how far we've come, but also how the questions we ask about life's beginnings have fascinated humanity for thousands of years. It's a powerful reminder that science is a process of constant discovery. And what we think we know today might just seem as strange to future generations as the idea of a wandering womb seems to us now. Thanks so much for joining me on this historical deep dive. If you found this fascinating, hit that like button and subscribe for more journeys into the weird and wonderful history of science. See you next time.